So, we learned about factors and multiples. Again, multiples are unlimited, infinite. Because whenever I tell you to find the multiples of 3, you can keep on multiplying 3, like you are multiplying 3 with 100, 300. So it never ends. But factors are limited because only certain numbers can divide a particular number, and they will be always smaller than that number, not greater. If I tell you to find the factors of 50, you will go up till 50, but you cannot go beyond 51 because beyond 50 because 51 will not divide 50 completely without leaving a remainder. Now coming to knowing common factors and common multiples. Why do we learn to find common factors and common multiples? Because the next thing that we will be doing is highest common factor, that is HCF. And we find common multiples because we have to find LCM, that is the least common multiple. Now through this explanation, I will explain to you how to find common factors and how those common factors are taught basically to you, and that is why I read you the definition also just now in my previous video. We learn common factors because it is the common, when we take out the common factors, we are able to find the HCF between two numbers. Now let's take an example. Suppose I take two numbers. I take number 12 and I take number 36. I already taught you how to find the factors. You start on either end and come towards the center. And the rule states that if the next number that comes to your mind or you say it out, it's already there, that means you found all the factors. You don't have to go any further. And as I told you, because factors are limited, you will have your factors exactly from 1 to 12, not more than 12, because 13 does not divide 12 completely without leaving a remainder, and so are all the other numbers beyond 12. So your factors will be limited, they will be between 1 and 12. Let's see what they are. So 1, 12s are 12, 2, 6 are 12. Does 3 divide 12? Yes. 3 4s are 12. Next number 4. 4 is already there. So I started with 1, I went to 2, I went to 3, and 3 4s are 12. 4 is already there. So I stop. There are no more factors. There's no more factors for 12. The moment the next number that comes to your mind is already there, or the number repeats itself, then you stop. That's it. Those are all the factors of 12. Let's take the factors of 36. 1, 36. 2, 18. 3, 12. 4, yes, 4, 9. Next number is 5. But 5 does not go in 36. Next number, 6. 6 are 36. The numbers repeated itself. I can't write double 6. Numbers repeated itself. Either the number that you say next is already there, you stop. And if the number repeats itself, then also you stop. You can't write 2 6s. 6 are 36. 6 is already there. So, whenever the next number that you say is there, or when the number repeats itself, then you write it only once and that's the end. You don't have to test for 7, you don't have to test for 8, nothing. It's over. These are the limited factors of 36. Now what are the common ones? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6. And 12, 12. So I can say the common factors of these two numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Now why do I find common factors? Because that helps me to find HCF, which is called highest common factor. Now these are the common factors of these two numbers. Which is the highest one? 12 is the highest one, the biggest common factor. So the HCF of these two numbers will be 12. And that is why we teach you to find common factors. Till you don't find the common factors, how will you know which is the highest common factor amongst them? But don't worry, this is not going to be the method of searching HCF in all your sums. But this is the actual way of doing HCF. But if we have to do this way, we will never ever finish the sums. So there are methods, and I've already taught you those two methods. We will be discussing that in the time to come when we start the exercise. Now let's come to common multiples. Why do we find common multiples? We find common multiples because we have to find the LCM of numbers, the least common multiple. Let's take two numbers. Let's take number 4 and number 6. Now I'll start to take my 4 times tables. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20, 4 6s are 24, 4 7s are 28, 4 8s are 32, 4 9s are 36, 4 10s are 40, and it goes on, never ending. Let's come to 6 times table. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30, 6 6s are 36, 6 7s are 42, 6 8s are 48, 6 9s are 54, 6 10s are 60, and it goes on, never stops. You can never have a limited number of multiples. They go on and on forever and ever. Now, if I'm talking about the common multiples of two numbers, I've taken out the multiples. Now let's see which ones are common. The first one that is common is 12. The next one that is common is 24. The next one that is common is 36. And there can be many more common multiples between them further on. That is why we don't have highest common multiple, because there is no highest common multiple, because multiples never have an end. But we have least common multiple. Now these are the common multiples of 4 and 6. So the common multiple CM means common multiples, is 12, 24, 36, and I put dot because there can be many more common multiples. But which one is the least, the smallest? Is 12. So here the LCM of these two numbers is 12. And that is why we teach you common factors. And that is why we teach you common multiples. Once again, in my previous video, as I told you, factors of a particular number is a number that divides that number completely without leaving a remainder. Like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12 divide 12 completely without leaving a remainder. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36 will divide 36 completely without leaving a remainder. But they will be limited between the number 1 and the number at 7. But multiples are numbers that are obtained by repeatedly multiplying the number over a number of times. This once again also has to be copied in your note.